Hey friends, it's 8 Ball back with another Hiveswap Friendsim video. Today we will be wrapping up volume 13 with Baldier's bad roots. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. All of her bad roots. I don't know how many roots they have anymore. I mean, usually it's 3, but Stelza had 4, so I mean, what you gonna do? Um But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Um, yeah. You just aren't feeling it today. You're getting more and more of these gray nights recently. Nights where the call of the streets, that infinite ramble of companionship, just sounds exhausting and meaningless. You had days like this back on Earth, too, when getting out of bed just didn't seem worth it. The sun is just beginning to slip under the horizon, and usually this would be the sign to rise and shine, or rise and dark. But all you've managed to do so far this evening is make yourself some coffee. You've recently mentioned to Tagora that you drink instant, and he was so disgusted that he gave you a coffee machine. He claimed it was an old one that he doesn't use anymore, but it still had the price tag on it. On the table sits a palm husk Keneal had taken off the dead kid especially for you. And cradled in your hand is a mug Skyla sent. It looks like she painted it herself. There's a white blob on the side that you think is supposed to be Lady. You're even wearing the hoodie Malik gave to you. What? Gave you to... Oh, okay. Gave you to cut the evening chill. Sorry. Here you are, wrapped up in all these warm embraces of your friend's goodwill, safe and sound, but deep inside you festers something, a gnawing, existential dissatisfaction, that classic angst that the philosophers wrote about. Your palm husk chimes and you pick it up lazily. What, another rando trying to slide into your DMs? Sorry, folks, you just don't have the time for that anymore. You are a friendship connoisseur, a sommelier of the rarest and amicable vintages. You unlock the screen to find a message.
Psst, I'm not certain that this line is secure. Actually, I'm pretty sure that it isn't, but I'm risking contact because it's imperative that we speak. I'm sending you a rendezvous coordinates. If you wouldn't mind coming anytime after the sun is set. Psst. I realize that this is unorthodox, but please believe me when I tell you that this is not a trick or a trap. I have important information regarding your place on Alternia.
You attempt to reply to the message, but there isn't a cursor or anywhere to input text. I'm trying to gauge how loud the music is. Okay. I'll just lean really close. But there isn't a cursor anywhere to input text. In fact, there doesn't seem to appear to be a messenger app open on your phone. Just a random text box floating in the void. You barely have a chance to read it all the way before it vanishes and Google Maps opens with an address already programmed in. It's close enough to walk to, which is great because using your stolen scuttle buggy still makes you a little nervous. You swallow the rest of your coffee and grab your shoes. Your GPS leads you to a shop you recognize. It's a cafe from your weird sort of date with Lanira. It's not too crowded at this time of day. The usual studying crowd doesn't appear to be here. A couple trolls are sitting around sharing pots of tea.
Fool! Fucking idiot! I explicitly stated that I wanted essence of day glow, not whatever this garbage is.
Oh, you know this person. It really has been a minute, hasn't it? Ardata stands in front of the counter, shouting at the cash register. Whatever automated system runs this shop has apparently gotten her order wrong.
What are you looking at? This is absolutely none of your... Oh, it's you.
Ardata swiftly covers up her surprise, examining a sharp, perfectly shaped nail.
You look different. Better? Let's not exaggerate. I simply meant you look less like toxic waste, more like run-of-the-grain grinder garbage.
You tell Ardata that it's good to see her too. Man, it really takes you back. You'd been so simple back then, so unevolved. You were laser focused on a single desire, friendship. Now, well, you still like friends, you really do, but you also have a car, and a sweatshirt with somebody's sign on it. You've moved up in the world.
Fascinating.
Oh, by the way, is she the one who summoned you here?
Summoned? You? You must be joking. I haven't spared a single solitary thought for you since you dragged your wretched carcass out of my hive.
Absently, you push your hands into the pockets of your hoodie. Something crinkles between your fingers and you pull out a folded piece of notebook paper. Okay, this definitely hadn't been in there when you'd left your hive. You passed a couple people on the street, but definitely don't remember any of them getting close enough to slip something into your pocket. Huh. It only says 2 words. Outback. Oh man, should you go? Alright, so I'm gonna see if I saved here. I did. Okay, so, last time we did go, 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 but now backyards are as bad as basements. No way. Okay, listen. You've done some pretty dumb stuff since you crash landed here. For instance, following the woman standing in front of you into her basement. But not this time. Nice try, catfisher.
Important correspondence?
Nah, you crumple the page up in your hand. Nothing that can't wait.
Good. Impeccable timing. Just what I was hoping you would say.
Fuck. Friend blocked. Okay. So that was a quick bad ending, and we just go back with Ardata, who has a whole bunch of shit for some reason. So now we're just going to run right back to that save point and go and meet our good girl, Boldir. Let's be real here. If you were ever going to refuse a suspicious invitation, you would have done it by now. You would have drawn the line at vehicle theft or murder church or anime club. Why is anime club the last on that list? You can't resist a social engagement. Your tragic flaw.
Okay, I guess. Enjoy yourself.
You head back to the beaded curtain, half expecting an alarm to ring. How do they keep people from just robbing stores here? Are there, like, lasers and shit? You emerge into a tidy little back garden. None of the plants here are ones that you recognize from Earth, but it's still nice. You cross a bridge over a slow-flowing stream and find yourself looking down a path that blooms into a tight, dizzying spiral. Maybe you're supposed to walk across it and ponder your place in the universe? You know what? It kind of reminds me of, near the end of Homestuck, where Callie's, like, or who is it? Who is it that's walking down the spiral? And I think, is it Roxy? I think it's Roxy who's walking down the spiral, and, like, in the middle, she, like, kind of disappears and she finds Callie? Or was it Callie walking down the spiral to find dormant Callie? I don't remember, but I just remember there's a lot of spirals in Homestuck. Your contemplation would be inevitably cut off before it hit its climax because someone is sitting at the center of the spiral. She is small, compact, with her hair cut short and choppy around her chin, wearing a shapeless white dress. Really, more of a robe. Alright, sorry, my roommate, I accidentally woke him up, so... Whoops. She is small. Oh, I already read that. More like a robe. Okay.
Psst, I've been waiting for you. Thanks for coming.
She speaks in a stage lisper. Whisper. Oh my god, I'm having like the worst time with fucking reading today, aren't I? I'm just trying, like, I'm just glad that my mic works. Because, like, when I tried recording first, it was not working, and I almost cried. She speaks in a stage whisper, low and full of air, but still loud enough to hear across the path. You pick your way carefully across the spiral, making sure not to mess any of it up, treading only inside the lines. The girl gives you a small, secretive smile.
My name's Boldier.
You ask her if this is her garden. Does she live here? It's nice, but it's not exactly out of the elements. Actually, it looks like there's some storm clouds rolling in. You're probably going to get rain soon.
Oh, yeah. My Recuperacoon is over under that tree.
She smiles again, and you can't tell if she's messing around. In fact, she is entirely unreadable. Like, her face is a totally reflective surface, and all you're seeing is the cloudy sky and the garden. You can't tell how she feels about you at all.
Would you like to sit down?
Inside the circle, or... She looks around like she's only just realizing that she's at the center of a complicated geometric pattern.
It doesn't matter. I only wanted to see if you would follow the path or trample through it. But you did neither. You forged your own way while taking care to preserve that which has come before.
You ask her what that means.
Maybe nothing. I'm not sure.
The wind tosses her hair and the clouds chase... And the clouds chase each other across the sky. If the rain comes, it will all... If the rain comes, it will all come... If the rain comes, it will come... Oh, what? Okay, well, I'm gonna pretend that made sense. If the rain comes, it will come soon. Boldier continues to look at you as you shift awkwardly and shiver, pushing your hands into your hoodie. So, like, I've been watching, like, a lot of theory videos lately, so, like, I don't know what, oh man, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Like, I really think that Boldier, like, is very, like, it's obvious that she's kind of, like, wicked clairvoyant or something like that. I don't know what the word for it is, but, like, she's different. She's like Aradia was, except not dead. I mean, I hope she's not dead. I don't know. But yeah, like, she seems to have a greater understanding of what's going on here, and I think that's kind of peculiar. This is different than any other friend meetup you've had, even with the others who purposefully sought you out. There is a serenity to Boldier that all the rest lack, or maybe it's just this zen as fuck garden getting to you. Yeah, this garden is definitely strange too. Like, I am definitely seeing a lot of Homestuck references. I mean, you know, despite the fact that they're all fucking trolls and stuff, you know. You try to remember what Boldier said to you in the message that she somehow managed to make appear on your phone, and then immediately self-immolate. That she has some information for you about your place in Alternia or some shit like that.
Did I say that? I guess I did. I just... I wanted a chance to talk to you a bit before the end. I was starting to feel a little... jealous, maybe?
Right. You guess everybody has been going on about the funny, dumb alien robot who's been prowling the countryside.
No, that's not it. Though I'm sure you're very funny. I just wanted a chance to talk to you. Someone who's adrift who is so adrift in the swell of fate and the whims of the paradox.
Paradox? You don't know anything about paradoxes. Well, you know what they are, you just don't see why they're relevant.
They aren't. Paradoxes aren't relevant by their very nature. It's the essence of the nature of that nature that makes them so integral in this story.
Yes, you're right. Paradox is a main motif throughout all of What Pumpkin Adventures. You shake your head, not built for this cosmic stuff. You're just an orphan from Earth with quick fingers for spaceships and apparently vehicles. Boldier gives you another sly smile.
Oh? Quick fingers?
You blush. You hadn't meant it as a dirty joke or anything. Also, your fingers are nowhere near as quick as hers. She somehow got a piece of paper in your pocket while you were standing in a cafe and she was back here. That's like reverse pickpocketing through astral projection. Boldier laughs. She stands up and moves across the garden path, following the spiral so swiftly and efficiently that she might as well be floating. She drifts over one of the trees, pulling a coat down from where it's slung over a branch. It covers her from chin to ankles, coming together to form an olive green symbol on her chest that looks like a question mark without the dot. A broad-brimmed hat finishes the ensemble. Oh, and her sign has also got a spiral on it too.
Well, I can't teach you astral projection, but pickpocketing is actually quite simple. Would you care to learn? Ideally, we'd need a third person to act as the mark, but I think we can make it work.
More crime, huh? So I guess this does have 4 endings. Alright, so we're gonna try and do the no crime please, but first I'm gonna make sure it's saved. Yes it is. Okay. So, no more crime please. You've already got a hell of a rap sheet. Maybe it would be best not to add any new skills that could lead you to temptation.
Fair enough. Would you care to go for a stroll? It's a nice night.
It's a windy, unsettled night, and it looks like rain. You suppose that's nice, depending on your definition. You'd absolutely love to take a stroll. That's your whole vibe recently, strolling. You follow her out through a little back gate and into the street. You leave the cafe behind and are quickly consumed by the drift of the midnight crowd. You brace for the inevitable pitying, hostile looks you get whenever you go into public. You should have mentioned that you try to avoid large groups, but strangely no one even glances at you. It's like Boldier exudes a sneaky aura that encompasses both of you. As you walk, you ask her if she really believes in fate, like the two of you were always going to meet and nothing could have happened differently no matter what you did. Boldier gives you a thoughtful sidelong glance.
Well, that would imply that none of our choices matter, that the causality is inevitable, that randomness is irrelevant, right?
Sure? You scamper to keep up with her, both physically and mentally. For someone who asked you to take a stroll, she sure is booking it down the street.
But that disregards our choices. Fate dictates that all possibilities are, by their very nature, necessities. Or rather, the choice that you made was the only one that you ever could make. I doubt the universe is that simple.
It doesn't sound simple to you, but you hum and nod sagely because you want Boldier to think you are deep. Oh, that's her.
Instead of asking yourself whether you were meant to meet me and meant to be here, it makes more sense to wonder what the forces that have conspired to bring it into being.
Well, that would be exhaustion and ineptitude. You don't exactly remember what happened, but you're sure that it followed something stupid like falling asleep at the wheel and drifting off into another solar system. So that's what happened. It had been, but it's not only another solar system, it's an entire different universe that you managed to get your ass into, because, like, I don't know how many of you have watched or read Homestuck, but, like, spoiler alert, the trolls made Earth's universe. so it's like inter-universe traveling that I did somehow. So that is a paradox. I get it now. Okay. Guess what? I'm an idiot. It had been a rough 48 hours, you know. A lot of escaping and running and punching and stealing high-powered vehicles.
Yes, of course. I understand. All in a day's work.
She stops you at most intersections so she can take surreptitious glances around the corner before gesturing you forward. Every so often, she will turn the two of you around and double-check. You aren't exactly sure why. Maybe she thinks that you're being followed, but who would follow you from a cafe?
All sorts. But don't worry, I know how to shake off a tail.
So she is, like, constantly sought after, I guess. You cross one of the main thoroughfares, and a big black bird swoops at your heads. You yelp and duck, but when you look around, you see the bird has landed on Boldier's arm and she's stroking its back. You brace yourself for it and start talking, talking or some shit like that, because that's what your life is like now. But it just sticks its leg out for Boldier to remove a scrap of paper. And it's a blackbird? What? Okay. It waits patiently for her to read the message and then scribble something on the back, before attaching it to the crow and throwing it back into the air. Man, that's some Harry Potter ass shit.
One of my informants wants to rendezvous at the meat space. Unusual, but it has been an unusual day.
Unusual couple of months, honestly.
Yes, of course. You've had it much harder than I have. What was I thinking?
Well, you weren't trying to get into a contest of whose life sucks more, but yeah, it has been rough. You appreciate that she can see that.
All of the planets are being forced to. Alternia is, well, not ideal. Not the worst, but you still have my sympathies. Is there anything at all you'd like?
What? At all you like about it? Oh, Alternia. What about... Wait, what about Alternia? Well, you're kind of digging this whole night as day thing. You're from a diurnal species. Diurnal species. But you've always be a bit. I think that's supposed to say been a bit of a night owl. Also, not to brag, but you've made some seriously cool friends.
Yes, I've been following your exploits. Your friendship acquisition procedures are really quite impressive.
Aw, now you're blushing. You ask Boldier how she knows that much about your exploits, because it's only pretty recently that you've had any sort of real social media presence. You suppose she could have a Gorgle alert like Malik did, but...
Quick, around here.
Boldier leads you to a deserted lot between two buildings. There's nothing here except some broken bottles and a pile of old rubber tires. I think that said tires. Back. Yeah, tires. She leaves you behind the tire pile to keep watch, although she is probably just doing it to get you out of the way. Which, fair. What? Which is fair. Okay. Sorry, I'm blanking. I've been doing this a lot recently. Then she heads out around the corner of the lot, presumably to wait for her contact. You sit there, twiddling your thumbs, trying to suppress the desire to pull out your phone. That doesn't seem very covert op. What? Covert op. Okay. You're just starting to get really antsy, jittering your leg and cracking your knuckles and digging a little hole in the dirt with a stick when you hear something strange beneath the wind. A swish followed by a thunk. Boldir jerks and clutches her neck. You writhe up from your rubber pile, sending tires flying. You look wildly at the surrounding buildings, trying to find out where the projectile came from. You don't see anyone, not even a lone gunman. You run away, no. You run for your new friend, not spending a thought for your own safety. The clouds move overhead like someone has put them on fast forward. The wind rattling and trash. The wind rattling the trash on the pavement. Oh, she got poisoned again. By the time you reach Boldir, she has begun to twitch in hard spasms. One look at the blotchy stain spread across your neck, there's no doubt. You both say it at the same time.
Poison.
You fall to your knees beside her. Oh god. What are you supposed to do? You don't know anything about poison or first aid or anything else useful. God, why are you such a fucking waste of space? You could have been gaining some life skills instead of just loafing around like a complete idiot. You...
Stop. Don't. There isn't time. This stuff acts fast.
Boldir takes hard, gasping breaths between each word. Her eyes are getting cloudy. She makes a desperate grab for your hands.
Listen.
For the first time, her voice rises above a whisper. Her grip is surprisingly strong. You tell her to save her strength, but she shakes her head so hard her hat falls off. I'm not important. You tell her to stop being dramatic, but of course she's important.
I'm not being dramatic. Well, maybe a little because I'm dying. But still, remember what I said about fate?
Fuck fate. You don't want anything to do with it. This is the kind of shit it's going to pull on you. So many of your friends have died because of you. Because your incredible inability to... The world twists and shudders. Your guts are a record. And that record is skipping. What the fuck? For a moment, you're sure that whoever that poison-shooting bastard is has shot you too. But then your vision clears, and you feel the rain on the back of your neck. The world rolling back to you in waves of color and sound. The dark sky splits open on a fault line of lightning. Boldir's hand goes limp in your own. With shaking fingers, you reach out to touch her motionless cheek. Fuck. Fuck! Not again. Why? An uncontrollable wave of despair washes over you as you look down at the corpse of this girl you barely know. Where are all these feelings coming from? There's honestly too many of them. Why are they... Oof. Holy fuck. What the shit? Is that the end? No, it's... Oh, no, okay. Again? Must I do everything myself? What the fuck? What the... Yo, what the fuck? What? Ah! What is going on? Okay, that was, confusing. Alright. Well, that was, the end of volume 13. I am thoroughly perplexed of what just happened. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to play the game and experience this mindfuckery yourself, there will be a link in the description where you can pay for it for like 99 cents, and yeah, but if you don't want to buy it, you can always watch all of my videos. I have 40 plus now, covering everything up until this point. That is all for today, folks. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Seriously, what the fuck?